Good afternoon and welcome to Hank Vincent Field on the campus of LaSalle University for today's NCAA Division I baseball matchup between the Coppin State Eagles and the Salle Explorers. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Tyler Small with you yet again here at LaSalle University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for an out-of-conference matchup here between the Eagles and the Explorers. Should have a interesting one to say the least. Some hectic wind happening here. You will be able to see and hear from your broadcast at home. I hope you're warm and happy and healthy there. We'll hope to be saying the same in 3 hours from here at LaSalle University. Starting lineups in just a moment here as the 5 and 6 Explorers come off a split doubleheader against the George Mason Patriots, losing the first one 10-5 and winning the second in comeback fashion 4-2 in 7 innings. Elijah Dickerson was the hero in Game 2 with the go-ahead 2-run shot in the bottom of the 6th, which put it away for the Explorers. And we are just about set here. First pitch at Hank Vincent Field. This one ripped up the middle and through for a base hit. Deja vu to how Game 1 of 2 started yesterday against George Mason, with Jordan Smith of the Patriots leading it off the same way. A shot right up the middle infielders, through for a leadoff single, and the Eagles have a base runner aboard. Starting pitcher today is this one is a high fly ball out to center field. Able to go over and make the play with a little bit of caution. Tagging over to second, throw on. Not in time. Ball had a little bit of life to it, just kept carrying out to the right center field gap, and heads up base running by the Eagles to move up an additional 90 feet. Starting pitcher today for the Explorers is the sophomore Gabe Rappa, Penns Grove native. We getting the start today. This is appearance number 3 on the season. His first 2 have been very solid so far. His first start came back on March 1st against Hofstra, a win through 6 innings pitched. Gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks compared to 4 strikeouts. That one misses from Rappa. And then against Delaware State, got the loss, 6 2/3, 11 hits given up there, 3 runs, all of them earned, a walk to 4 strikeouts. So he enters this one 12 2/3 on the season. The hits have become a problem, forcing them to put the ball in play, and they have so far, with a scary fly ball to center and a line drive single to start. This will bring in Darren Hagen, center fielder today. The pitch swung on and missed. Matt Day standing on first base. We'll go through the starting lineups now that they are available. Leading off for the Eagles today is number 9 Matt Day in right field, followed by the left fielder number 5 Justin Oakley, and then, as mentioned earlier, number 34 Darren Hagen playing center field. The pitch. Sebastian Sarabia, the first baseman in the 4-hole, wearing the number 55, followed by Nick Morales, the designated hitter. That one got a piece of him, and Hagen will reach first on the hit by pitch. The third baseman, Eddie Javier, is the shortstop today, followed by at third base, number 22, Torrin Smith. Then the catcher, Mike Dorsan, wearing number 25, followed by number 23, Devin Dial. And pitching today for the Eagles is Tim Rufino. That'll bring into the box Sebastian Sarabia. Four-hitter. Watch that breaking ball out of the zone, 1-1 the count. Let's look at how the Explorers are laid out defensively. Going left to right in the outfield, Elijah Dickerson will be in left, followed by Nick DeVitro in center, and in right field, Ryan Guckin once again. Good block there by Levens. He is the back end of the battery, followed by Gabe Rappa, as mentioned before, and left to right in the infield, we have Tommy Toll over at third base. The shortstop today, Connor Coulihan. Second base, Ryan Nutley, and over at first, Bubba Weigel. 2-1, 2 runners on, big swing and a miss. So Day reaching on the single, falling to Oakley afterwards, flying out to DeVitro in center. The pitch. Some chin music there. Sarabia getting his vision thrown off just a little bit. That'll load the count, 3-2. The pitch. Runners going, swung on and missed. Rappa able to get out of some trouble. No runs on 1 hit and 2 left on. We're heading to the bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game. We head now to the bottom of the first. The Explorers rocking the yellow uniforms today will be facing off against number 4, the left-hander Tim Rufino for the Eagles. Rufino will be greeted by the shortstop Connor Coulihan, wearing number 12 today in the leadoff spot, followed by number 4 Tatum Levens, the catcher, in his 2-hole once again. Elijah Dickerson, the hero of yesterday, wearing number 11 in left field, batting third. And in the cleanup spot, the usual Ryan Guckin in right field today will be wearing number 3. Bubba Weigel got both games off yesterday, but he will get the 5-hole start and play first base, followed by the center fielder Nick DeVitro in the 6-hole. Will Binder will take a spot away from the hot corner. He will be the designated hitter today in the 7-hole, followed by Tommy Toll replacing him at third in the 8th spot, and rounding out the order, number 42, Ryan Nutley over at second. First pitch to to Coulihan is in for a strike, 0-1. The pitch. 0-2 now the count on the questionable call. Let's look at the defense here for the Eagles behind Rufino. Going left to right in the outfield, Justin Oakley in left, Darren Hagen in center, and Matt Day over in right. Top 3 in the order, all coming from the outfield. Swung on in a high fly ball, shallow into left field, coming on and won't be able to play it. Heading for first to second is Coulihan, sliding effort in for this hustle double there. 50-50 ball over there for Oakley, decides to let it drop, and still soaring in to second base will be the shortstop Connor Coulihan. He's got the leadoff double. Left to right in the infield now, Torrin Smith is at the hot corner, Eddie Javier at shortstop. Devin Dill will be over at second, and the first baseman, Sebastian Sarabia. The pitch. 1-0 now, misses outside to Tatum Levens. Levens had himself an afternoon yesterday. Knocked the game-tying home run in Game 2. Also had a 2 RBI double in Game 1 in that 9th inning effort for the comeback. Showing the left to right power with the one hopper off the left field wall for the double, and then clearing the medium height right field wall here. Only medium height when compared to the monstrous left. Check throw over at second. This one's into center field. Coulihan will be able to get the additional 90 feet on the throwing error, and just like that, nobody away, 2-0 count. Coulihan at third. Tough play there. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the 2-0. That one misses for a ball. 3-0 now the count. Rufino comes into this one with a 9.45 ERA and a 2.1 WHIP in his 2 starts. 3-1 now the count. He's got 6.2 innings pitched on the season, 8 hits, 10 runs, only 7 of them are earned. 6 walks compared to 7 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting a .267 clip against him. Levens will take the 5-pitch walk. Runners on the corners now with nobody away. That'll bring in Elijah Dickerson. Wind not in his favor right now. Changes directions every 2 seconds, it seems, and this time it's going overall towards the infield. As the first pitch. In the dirt, Levens, great read right away. Able to contain it was Dorison to keep Coulihan in front, but Levens, the catcher in him, knew that that one was going to be in the dirt right out of the hand and took off with an excellent jump. Now it'll be runners on second and third with nobody away. The Explorers with a huge opportunity to start off with a crooked number. The 1-0. That one out of the zone, 2-0 now the count. Now we're going to have a conversation here for the Eagles. Dickerson with his big afternoon yesterday, all coming in the tail end. He's got a good 2-0 count here. Significantly improves his statistics so far. Bump up his plate appearances to 31 on the season. He's got a .290 average. Make it 9 RBIs on the season, 15 total bases. Conversation over, 2-0 count for Dickerson. See what the game plan is for him now. Kicks and fires. That one in for a strike, 2-1. Bottom of the first, scoreless ball game. Here's the pitch. Thinks about swinging there on the inside fastball, instead takes it for a ball, 3-1 now the count. 3-1, here's the pitch. That one misses, and the bases are loaded with nobody away. And this is as stereotypical as it gets for a cleanup hitter. Ryan Guckin coming into the box now with the bases juiced and nobody away. That one misses for a ball, 1-0. The first pitch to Guckin. Guckin still the slow one. Slow start in this one through 35 plate appearances at a 143 average. David Miller giving him the nod in the cleanup spot, knowing it'll come soon. Nice block there to keep it in front, keep everyone stationary. Textbook work there out of Dorison. The pitch. Swung on and ripped down to third base. Diving effort. Throw it over to second for one. Bobble on the play there. It's going to say it's on the transfer, and they will get just the one out on the fielder's choice. But that'll bring in the first run of the game. Excellent effort there from Torrance Smith to dive and make the play. Got a good throw over there to Tile, but wasn't able to corral it to get it over to the first baseman, Sebastian Sarabia. And they are excited to see Bubba Weigel back in the lineup here. He digs in now with runners on the corners and one away. Breaking ball on the dirt, 1-0. Bubba Weigel, a team favorite it seems like, and having the chance to interview him, I understand where it comes from. Guy that everyone likes to root for. He digs in here. Takes that one for a strike, 1-1. But Weigel only playing in 2 games, starting one of them this season. Doesn't have a hit in his 6 at-bats so far. What a time for your first of the season. That one in for a strike, 1-2 now the count. One and two, here's the pitch. Breaking ball out in front, good take there, 2-2 now the count. Check throw over to first, has to make the pick as Sarabia. He's able to keep it in front. Guckin on first, Levens on third. Here's the 2-2. Another breaking ball out of the zone, 3-2 now the count. Three, two, one out. Runners on the corners. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball right on the inner half and in for strike 3. Weigel goes down looking, and there are 2 away.
Hey, don't leave him, Nick. Don't leave him out.
That'll bring in Nick DeVitro. Comes into this one with a 360 average, a 924 OPS. Really seeing the ball well so far. Didn't have the best game yesterday as this one gets past Darisan and able to move up an additional 90 feet will be Guckin on the heads-up base running. Second wild pitch of the inning for the Eagles behind Ruffino. 1-0 now, belt high set. Here's the pitch. Gets the fastball over. Explorers taking a lot of fastballs here in this first inning, unlike yesterday. That'll make it 1-1 count. Ruffino trying to get out of this jam. 1-1 now the count. Swung on, fouled straight back. He's possibly 1 strike away from doing it. Just 1 run coming across. Vitro in his 25 at-bats has just 2 RBIs on the season. It's call time. Only 2 extra base hits compared to the 9 that he has. Team leading 6 walks on the short season so far. Has a chance to double his season RBI total right here. Fastball up near the eyes, 2-2 now the count. Two and two, 2 outs, 2 on. Deuces are wild. Here's the pitch. Swung on and ripped out to left center field. Gets down for a base hit. 1 is in. Here comes the throw for number 2. He is going to be stopped there at third. But Nick DeVitro, advancing to second on the throw, will pick up the RBI single. So that'll make it a 2-0 lead for the Explorers early. And back out of the dugout is the head coach for the Eagles. Good piece of hitting there, 2-2. Able to punch the hands over to shallow left, and that is going to bring a pitching change here. Quick pull there for Tim Ruffino. He is done here as coming into the game now will be William Jackson. We'll let him throw his warm-up tosses and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. The right-hander out of the bullpen, William Jackson, coming into this one. The redshirt senior out of Hamden, Connecticut, will be coming in quickly as the book not completely closed. Still responsible for both base runners is Tim Ruffino. However, 2 earned runs over just 2/3 innings pitched is not going to help the stat book, and that is kind of the part of the season that he has had so far. Not sure if they were using him in this type of role right out of the bat. He would just be an opener unless he got in trouble. However, we find ourselves here with William Jackson. Comes into this one with a 3.18 ERA and a 1.4 whip. 1-0 on the season. It's a fastball over to Will Binder, the designated hitter today. Binder comes into this one with a 278 average, a 677 OPS. Slugging right at there to 316, but the on-base percentage is where he would like to see a little bit of a bump. The true freshman starting in all 12 games now. 5 and 6 on the season are the Explorers. He has been a steady force there defensively and offensively. He's got a tough task in front of him now. 1-2 now. And the big left-hander. 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch. That one nearly got a piece. Scoots out of the way and is 2-2 now. 6 RBIs on the season, 13 total bases. Only 3 of his 10 hits were for extra bases. They were all doubles. 2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one I thought got him. Instead, it just gets past the catcher, Darasan, and in to score is Ryan Guckin to make it a 3-0 ball game. That one took a little bit of a ricochet. I assumed it hit Binder. He, of course, didn't say so. Just like that, 3-0 the Explorers lead. Now let's see if the Explorers can finish off the bases loaded opportunity. Here's the pitch. Swung on in a high fly ball to center field. Nothing is for sure in this game, as unable to make the play right on cue is Darren Hagen. Heading into second base will be Binder, and like that, it is a 4-0 game. And the wind in the microphone speaks for itself. Nothing in the air today is going to be ordinary. That one just hit the base of the glove. Unable to squeeze it is Darren Hagen. That'll bring in Tommy Toll, third baseman today. Now another runner in scoring position, 4-0 already. The Explorers jumping offensively, threatening to bunt and pulling back will be Tommy Toll. That is a beautiful sacrifice bunt. In the last game, that was unfortunately taken back. Had to do it again and popped out. 1-0, the pitch. Swung on and driven out to center field and in for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Binder. Tommy Toll picks up the RBI knock, and that makes it a 5-0 ball game. So the error comes back to bite them pretty much instantly as Will Binder comes around to score a quick trip on the bases. And that'll bring in the 9-hitter, Ryan Nutley. One to know the count. The pitch. In for a strike, 1-1 now the count. Ryan Nutley has a chance to break his unbelievable start to the season, 1-for-1. Anything can only go down from here as stealing on the pitch is Toll, and he will get in rather easily. Stolen base for Tommy Toll. Pitch is called a strike, and just like that, Nutley is down to a 1-2 count with 2 away. Couple of looks, here's the pitch. That one popped up in foul play. We'll do it again. So that'll close the book already on Tim DeFino. Two-thirds innings pitched as the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the black of the inside corner. But not before the Explorers put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the first. 5-0 here at Hank DeVincent Field. Don't go anywhere. Top of the second coming right at you. We head now to the top of the second inning. It's the Explorers exploding offensively, courtesy of a couple errors by the Eagles. Make it a 5-0 ball game here in the top of the second. Sliding out of the way of that was the shortstop, Eddie Javier. He will face off against Gabe Rappa in his second inning of work. Solid start for Rappa. Only giving up the 1 hit and 2 strikeouts, leaving a couple stranded. 3-0, trying not to start with a leadoff walk. That one's in for a strike, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and driven out to right center field. That one is going to be over the head of DeVitro and down for a base hit. Rounding first and heading to second. He's going to take the turnaround second. Heading into third is Javier. He will get in safely. A leadoff triple for the shortstop, Eddie Javier. And the Eagles looking to respond right away. That'll bring in Torrance Smith, the third baseman. This one sent over to third and through for a base hit. That'll be an RBI single for Torrance Smith, and that'll make it a 5-1 ball game. That'll bring in Dial, the second baseman. That'll actually bring in Mike Dorcian. He has a 1-1 count. Dial on deck, of course, rounding out the order. Three and one now, the count. Three one's in for a strike. 3-2 now, the count to the catcher. Dorcian comes into this one with a 1.129 OPS throughout his 10 plate appearances. Hot start to the season. So makes a 300 average, 3 for 10, nice and clean. Got 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and 6 total bases. He's got a 3-2 count now here. The pitch. Swung on a high fly ball out to left center field. Under it is DeVitro. He is able to make the play. No tag attempt here, and that'll bring the first out of the inning. Now that'll bring in Dial. Devin Dial comes into this one with a 2.11 average, 497 on-base percentage through his 7 games. In his 19 at-bats, has 4 hits, 3 RBIs. All of them singles. Gets greeted with a fastball from Rappa, in for a strike 0-1. This one ripped over to Toll at third, throw on to second, throw on to first in time. 5-4-3 double play. And that'll bring an end to the inning. But not before the Coppin State Eagles could put on a run of their own. 1 run on 2 hits and nobody left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the second now, 5-1 ball game. We head now to the bottom of the second. William Jackson back out for the Eagles, and as mentioned earlier, that'll bring an end to Tim Rufino's day. Finishes with the official line of 2/3 innings pitched, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and 2 wild pitches. One of the key contributors to those runs coming across. Sending it down now. The Explorers will be able to start over just as they did in the first. Coulihan, Levens, and Dickerson set. The Explorers were able to bat through the order in the first, putting up 5 runs, only leaving 1 on base. That's a great percentage. We'll see if they can continue it. Coulihan 1 for 1 with the double to lead off this game. Takes a fastball high and out of the zone, 1-0. Coulihan, ever since replacing Cuccinata in the leadoff spot, which is a massive loss as we know. He's currently rocking a .333 average and .824 OPS through his 8 games, 7 of them for starts. Fouled straight back, 1-2. In his 24 plate appearances, he's got 8 hits, 2 doubles, make it 3 after they put it in today's, 3 RBIs, 12 total bases. 1-2, here's the pitch. Swung on in a high fly ball out of play. The 1-2. This is inside, 2-2 now the count. William Jackson, as mentioned earlier, has 11 1/3 innings pitched on the season, as this is a high fly ball in the infield. Tough play here for Dial, but he will make the play. 1 away. Actually wasn't as tough as I thought, considering there is no wind at all right now, apparently. And that'll bring in Tatum Levens. He walked back in the first and came around to score. So this might be something that Coppin State deals with a lot because, as mentioned earlier, he has 3 appearances on the season, 1 start to Jackson. So he is definitely a guy that can give them a lot of innings, 11 1/3 on the season, giving up 4 runs in those 11 1/3. 3 walks compared to 8 strikeouts. That's great stuff. Opponents hit .283 against him. That percentage would have went up as that one stayed foul. Instead, Levens ending the pain of that right field line here at Hank DeVincent Field. Had 1 homer yesterday, would have had 2 if the wind wasn't swirling out of play in right field. Now he's got an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Takes one in the dirt. Nice block by Darsan. So an opener is something that we see in the majors a lot. Might have been what they were experimenting with or do a lot there. Have to look more into the numbers. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Levens doesn't like the call, but he goes down with a backwards K, 2 away. That'll bring in Elijah Dickerson. He also walked back in the first. He was nabbed at second base, however, trying to advance, but the nice play made by Torrin Smith to pick up the fielder's choice brought him back to the dugout. 0-1 quickly. Here's the second pitch. It's got excellent life there on that fastball. A lot of spin on it as it just zips past the batters. Quickly, we've got an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Jackson. Tries to snap a breaking ball off. Leaves it a little short. 1-2 now the count. The 1-2. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt. Home plate umpire says that he went. And that'll be strikeout number 3 on the day. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Explorers. We head now to the top of the third, 5-1 ball game here at Hank DeVincent Field. Gabe Rappa out for his third inning of work. He'll be facing off. This one skips away. Top of the order coming back around for the Eagles. Here's Matt Day. 1 for 1 on the day. So he had a single up the middle to lead off this game. This one is sent near the dugout. Gets the thin roofing panel there. As that one could have been dangerous. A little bit of pinball there. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Out in front of that breaking ball. 1-2 now the count. So they've really got Matt Day on his front foot here. Does Rappa. We'll see what he's able to do with that leverage. The 1-2. Really slows it down for a break ball there. Falls out of the zone 2-2. That one just misses for a ball. 3-2 now the count. For the 258 hitter Matt Day, it's a 780 OPS. Started all 9 games of this 2-7 season for Coppin State. This one's popped in a foul play. Will Weigel have a chance to make it? He will not. That one reaches the bleachers. 8 hits through his 31 at-bats. Does Day have? 2 doubles, a triple, no homers. 2 RBIs for his 13 total bases, make it 14 after today. Good enough for a .419 slugging. 3-2 is ripped over to left field, and that'll be hit number 2 for Matt Day. Doing exactly what you want your leadoff hitter to do. Get a board now for Oakley, who was 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to center. Justin Oakley only getting his 5th start of the season today, but comes in with great numbers. 273 average, 920 OPS through his 11 at-bats, so small sample size. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 double, 2 RBIs, and a slugging, 364. On base of 556. He has 6 walks. Rappa behind 2-0 now to Oakley. Pitch, runners going. Throw on, not in time. Well ahead of the throw is Day, and he will reach with a stolen bag. That'll be his 4th stolen bag of the season on 6 tries. Give him a 60% chance to make it now. 2-1, nobody away, runner in scoring position now. Here's a high fly ball. That's going to go into the Explorers bullpen. That'll knot it up, 2-2. Pitch, runners going again. Swung on and fouled away just barely. Coppin State trying the hit and run there. Not a completely unsuccessful play, I should say, as that would have been a strike 3 or a throwout or both, but instead able to keep them alive. We'll see if they do it again. Spin move, doesn't even try and throw it. Gonna keep a close eye on him. Gabe Rappa, the sophomore, standing 6'1", 185. Went to Newman Goretti High School in New Jersey. Runner going again. This time just a straight steal. Throw over to third. Gets past Toll. And that is going to be an easy run there for Matt Day. We've got a little bit of commotion here as Levens is irate, saying that he got stepped in front of by the batter, Oakley. Now David Miller comes in to have a conversation with home plate umpire. Did not get the chance to see that myself, but just knowing the quality that Tatum Levens is, that doesn't happen much. So for there to be a little bit of motion in front, that is always a difficulty that you see throwing to third with a righty in the box. Doesn't look like they're going to call anything. And that is going to be the second run of the day, as Matt Day picks up his 5th stolen bag of the season and will get home plate on the error. So that'll make it a 5-2 ball game. As he chops this one over to Toll. Throw across the diamond, scooped up by Weigel. Nice play on both sides of the diamond. Nice backhander down the line for Toll. Throws it across, scooped up by Weigel, 1 away. Justin Oakley out for the second time today. First pitch swinging for Hagen is trying to go over for the play is Weigel, and that one's just going to hit some turf. That one hit over in no man's land in between a right fielder and first baseman. We'll do it again for Darren Hagen. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. The 0-1. Swung on and driven out to center field. DeVitro doing a couple of shuffles, leaps and makes the play. Nothing is guaranteed in this one. That one's always a tough play. As we say time and time again, a line drive right at an outfielder. Always difficult, let alone when the wind is swirling as it is today. Here's the first baseman, Sarabia. Takes the first one for a ball, 1-0. He got hit by a pitch in the first inning, which caused him to reach and would be stranded there alongside Day. Fastball runs a little bit inside. 3-0 now the count. Three and 1 as that one clips the inner half. The pitch from Rappa. That one misses for a ball. Levens holds it there for a moment. Borderline pitch. Instead, it is going to be a walk. The second time reaching without swinging the bat is Sarabia. That'll bring in Morales. He concluded the first inning going down looking. He's on pace to do the same. 0-1 now the count. Nice. 0-1 right at the knees, in for a strike. 0-2 now the count. 0-2, here's the pitch. This one driven out to left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Over to cut it off is DeVitro. Throw into third. Goes through the cutoff. Not in time. That'll be a double for Morales. Just like that, the Eagles have life. With 2 outs here in the inning, the tying run coming to the plate. Oh, man. So after manufacturing the first run, with a little bit of small ball, the single, a couple of stolen bags, and then the throwing error, now they have a couple more runners, and coming out to chat is the pitching coach for the Explorers to talk with his sophomore lefty. That is John Sheehan. Has a whole infield here, but just talking directly to Rappa. No intentions of taking him out here, just trying to bear down against Javier, who took him to left field for the triple. 1 1 for 1 on the day is the sweet swinging left-handed shortstop. Lefty batting shortstop, I should say. He's got 2 runners on for this at-bat. The first pitch takes him out of the zone with a fastball 1-0. Swings 1-0 and a high fly ball over to the right side of the infield. This one's going to stay in play, and Weigel's able to make the catch. What a play there for the first baseman, Bubba Weigel. Accidentally hits him on the throw to the mound. And what a way to end the inning. The Eagles able to bring in 1 run on 2 hits, but strand 2. 2-5 here. We're heading to the bottom of the third.
Visit novacare.com to schedule an appointment. NovaCare, the power of physical therapy.
The Explorers able to get out of the inning with just 1 run, stranding 2 on a nice play made by the first baseman, Bubba Weigel. And he will be coming up to bat second, following Ryan Guckin. 4-5-6, Guckin, Weigel, and DeVitro coming up against William Jackson in another inning of work. Really, the longer he comes in here, obviously he's pitching well, but it just makes it seem as though it was to plan. The Explorers are very spread out top to bottom when it comes to righty-lefty. You start with 1 righty, go to 2 with Levens and Dickerson. Then it's Guckin, Weigel, righty, DeVitro the lefty, Binder righty, a couple of righties to finish it out. So the Explorers do have a lot of back and forth, so it's tough to game plan a bullpen against them. As the first pitch by Guckin swung on and missed on the breaking ball. However, it could just be as simple as changing your eye approach, going from the smaller, more of a skill pitching left or righty of Tim Ruffino, and then coming over to the stronger hurler, 6'3" William Jackson, southpaw. It would just be a difference of what you see in batting practice, what you're prepared for the entire game, as opposed to it actually being righty-lefty splits. As this one's chopped over to Javier, he will make the errant throw coming off the bag to make the tag. Sarabia, he will be able to do so, 1 away. I think today, Javier, very smooth shortstop as it seems. Definitely the type of day, if you have the time, take an extra shuffle or 2, get closer to the bag as opposed to taking it on the run there. Tail alongside the wind today could be monstrous as Weigel swings at the first pitch. A towering fly ball. Calling off Dahl is Day, and he will make the play. A quick 2 outs here for the bottom of the third. That'll bring in Nick DeVitro. He's 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI single. Came around to score on that as well. The first pitch. Going high and inside, 1-0 now the count. Jackson doing a great job here in his relief effort. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, no earned runs, and no walks. Gets that one over for a strike, 1-1. And this was a game that, after Ruffino, of course, looked like it could be, nearing the 10-run deficit. So this one hits DeVitro in the box. Those always hurt, especially on a day like today. But Jackson really able to come back here, bring an end to the last inning, and has blanked them ever since. Hasn't allowed a base runner then. After striking out Nutley on 3 up, 3 down, and is looking to do the same here. 1 strike away from doing so. One and 2 outs. Nobody on. Here's the pitch from Jackson. Breaking ball nearly gets him. Instead, it falls for a ball. 2-2 now the count. Steps off. We'll look at it again. 2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. We're going to make it 3-2 now. Jackson really trying to warm up the hand there. A couple of blows into the open fist. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the payoff pitch. That one misses. Oh, it is in for a strike. Excuse me. Strikeout number 4 on the day for William Jackson, and that'll bring an end to the inning. 1, 2, 3 go down the Explorers. We're heading to the top of the 4th. 5-2 ball game.
Their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
Top of the 4th now we come. Gabe Rappa still out there for the Explorers. He will be greeted with the bottom third of the order. Smith, Dorson, and Dial. He starts Smith off with a strike. He's 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI single in the second that brought in Javier. Just 2 pitches after Javier went for the triple. Fouls this one off, and quickly Rappa is ahead. 0-2. Here's the pitch. This is low and inside. 1-2 now the count. Wind starting to pick up once again. We had a little bit of a break from it as the 1-2. So on a rip down the left field line. That one's going to be foul. Unable to make the play, and frustrated with himself is somebody from the Coppin State bullpen. Wrap it right back into it. 1-2. Breaking ball out in front. Diving play. Throw from his knees. Not in time. Nice play there by Nutley just to keep it in front on the hard ground ball up the middle. Throw from his knees. Pulled Weigel off the bag a little bit, and it'll be an infield single. So 2 for 2 day for Smith. Now here comes the catcher, Dorson. He's 0 for with a fly out to DeVitro in center. The pitch. First pitch swinging. This is a play for Weigel, and he is getting a workout here. A lot of plays that have been 50-50 balls in front of the fencing. So far, the one that he was able to catch, he was able to do so with a little bit of swagger to it. Reaching out with the hand on the bag. Snap throw in time! Tatum Levens with the heads-up throw gets it over to Weigel for the snap throw. And Smith is retired on the pickoff. Excellent play there, and there's one away. Now, Rappa can pitch out of the windup like he likes to do. Another one of the Explorers with the old-fashioned over the head. Steps forward, however. This one is a high fly ball out to left center field. Coming over to play it is DeVitro. He will do so, 2 away. 2 fly outs to center field for Dorson. Got to bring in the 9-hitter, Dial. Dial had a good piece of hitting in the first one, except hit it over to the wrong place, wrong time. Tommy Toll able to start up the 5-4-3 double play from Nutley to Weigel after that to end the inning. That one nearly gets a piece. And it did, actually. Excuse me. Dial tried lifting the feet out of the way. Seems to be all right on the hit by pitch. That is the second of the day. Sarabia being the first for Coppin State, and that'll bring in the top of the order day. you can look at this, the glass half full. Day had a lot of success so far today. I'm never going to stop making those jokes. My apologies to Nick Day and his entire family. But Day 2 for 2 on the day, coming in, trying with the bunt attempt actually. Pulls back 1-1 now the count. And you can look at it either way, where you consider trying to get that last out in front of him so that he comes on with nobody on. And then at the same time, taking him on with 2 outs, even with a runner on first, maybe just as good to try and end the inning instead of him leading off as he has done so effectively. Been in the leadoff spot twice today for the leadoff hitter, and is 2 for 2 on those occurrences. That being said, he's got a 1-2 count now from Rappa. Dial standing on first. Pitch. This is swung on, flown over to right field and down for a base hit. Running second and heading to third. He's going to go for double. Throw is in time but high, and getting up quick as Coulihan is nearly able to score there was Dial. And that'll be a hustle double for Day, his 3rd knock of the afternoon. Tough one to see and hear there with the wind gusting a little bit, but a excuse me shot out to right field gets the right part of real estate, and he gets his 3rd hit of the afternoon as this one's hit over to shortstop. Diving play by Coulihan, throws it over to third, just misses the tag. Heads up baseball there by Coulihan to stop it in the 5-6 hole. Throws it over to Toll. He dives for the tag attempt on Day and unable to do so. An RBI single for Oakley, and that'll make it a 5-3 ball game. That'll bring in Dial quickly as the sabotage of the first pitch is done by Oakley. His first hit of the afternoon. Runner going on the first pitch, and Oakley gets in standing. That'll make runners on second and third, and just like that, the tying run is standing on second, the leading run in the box, courtesy of Hagen. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a pop-up as this one is over to left field. Heading back is Dickerson. He's going to watch it fly. Go-ahead 3-run shot for Hagen, and that'll make it a 6-5 ball game. A towering fly ball to left field just kept going. That one was going to get out either way, I think. Wind might have helped it. The wind might have hurt it, in all honesty. It's tough to track. However, 6-5 ball game now, the Eagles lead. This one's fouled off. Sarabia. 0 for 0 on the day with a walk and a hit by pitch. Starts fouling it off 0-1. Fastball over. 1-1 now the count. Couldn't really hear the ping on that one with the wind swirling as it is. As this one is ripped down the right field line and foul. Prime example right there. I barely even heard that one. Darren Hagen will pick up his first long ball of the season on the 3-run shot, adding his total RBIs to 11 now on the season. 20 total bags on the season. Make it 21, actually. We're going to head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. 6-5 ball game. Don't go anywhere. We head now to the bottom of the 4th as the Eagles put up a 4 spot in the top half. My apologies on that last out. Sarabia went down looking. So that brought an end to the inning, but not before the Eagles were able to put up 4 runs on 4 hits and nobody left on base, courtesy of the 3-run shot. And now coming in for the shutdown inning is Williams once again. William Jackson, I should say. He will be facing off against Will Binder, Tommy Toll, and Ryan Nutley as Binder slaps a single into center field on the first pitch. That'll put the leadoff runner aboard. As we came off a doubleheader yesterday where in the first of the doubleheader, 8 runs were put in the 4th inning, 6 by the George Mason Patriots, 2 by the Explorers. The next game, they split a pair as 2 solo shots were hit in consecutive half innings. Now this one, a 4 spot in the 4th to cap off a 6-0 run for the Explorers as the first pitch. Trying to lay it down is Toll. He does it in foul ground, 0-1. 6-0 run for the Eagles. Now the Explorers trying to come back here. And a good start for that is Will Binder reaching on the first pitch. Jackson, ever since coming in, hasn't allowed a base runner. Tries to lay this one down as well. They realize how dominant he's been, but unable to deliver a bunt here is Toll. 0-2 now the count. Tommy Toll has an RBI single in this one and a stolen base. So he is 1 for 1 going back to the first inning. That was against Tim Ruffino. Here's the 0-2. This one sapped over to third base. Over to second for 1. On to first. He will actually hold on to it and just pick up the fielder's choice. Devin Dial had a quick release there. Must have realized he didn't have a tight grip on it because he looked like he would have had him if he got a decent throw over there. Instead, it'll be a 5-4 fielder's choice. And that'll bring in Ryan Nutley. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a backwards K. And Toll will take the place of Binder, so worst case scenario, I mean, it is good speed on first base now instead of Binder, who has adequate speed, of course, but a utility piece like Tommy Toll as opposed to a corner infield piece of Will Binder's stature. You'd probably rather Toll, who already has a stolen bag in the game. Wind starting to pick up here once again. 0-1 the count to Nutley. Bottom of the 4th, 6-5 ball game. The pitch. Fastball out of the zone, 1-1 now the count. Set, here's the pitch. Threatens it with the hands and decides to stay back on the called strike. 1-2 now the count. Long look in here for Jackson, a redshirt senior. The pitch, runner's going, swung on and missed. Unable to get a throw down, so Toll will pick up his second stolen bag of the game, but at the expense of a strikeout for Ryan Nutley. Connor Coulahan now, 1 for 2 on the day, had a double to lead off the bottom of the first, and then came back in the second with a pop out to the second baseman Dial. The pitch. Looping breaking ball, never had a chance, says Coulahan. 1-0 now the count. The 1-0. Allen out of the zone, 2-0 now the count. Felt high set. The 2-0. That one in for a strike, 2-1 now the count. Jackson already threw 3 innings pitched in the book. Looking for his final third as he came in with 2 outs in the first inning. Still grinding here. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. 2-2 now coming up.
Hey, don't drop. Come on, Con.
2-2, 2 outs. Runner on second. Bottom of the 4th, 6-5 ball game. The Eagles lead. Thinks about it upstairs. Holds 3-2 now the count. That one just out of the zone. Payoff pitch. We'll see if Toll's on the move. 3-2, 2 outs. He stays set. We're going to do it again as this one's fouled back. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming up. Big moment here. After the 4 spot put up by the Eagles in the top half of the inning, can the Explorers put at least 1 on the board just to tie it? Or will they get a shutdown inning? 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. This one is painted on the inside corner for strike 3. That'll bring an end to the inning. No runs on 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. We're heading to the top of the 5th, 6-5 ball game. We head now to top of the 5th inning, nearly halfway through this one. 6-5 ball game. Heading up for the Eagles will be Morales, Javier, and Smith. Fun game to this point so far. The Explorers able to jump out to the 5-0 lead, courtesy of 2 errors and 3 hits, only leaving 1 runner stranded, so getting just about everything they could out of that inning. And we come back for the Eagles. 1 run in the 2nd, 1 run in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, capped off by the 3-run home run by Hagan. We got a pitching change here as the line is finished for Gabe Rappa. Dylan Maria coming into this one. The hybrid hitting pitcher got a designated hitting opportunity in both games yesterday. Now he will come out of the bullpen for this one. First pitch here to Morales. Misses for a ball, 1-0. So that'll bring an end to the day for Rappa. Finishes with 4 innings pitched, 6 runs, 5 earned on 9 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Gave up a double, triple, and a home run and 2 hit by pitch. So not the best effort that we've seen from Rappa so far this season, as Maria loses the hat on that pitch, as we are losing just about everything up here. Hopefully no technical difficulties come from it so far. So far so good for the first 4 innings. And we will just keep you updated here. 2-1 is chopped over to third base. Heading over to make the play is Toll. He throws it over to Weigel. 1 out. Dylan Maria comes into this one. This is his 3rd appearance of the season. He's thrown 5 innings so far, 4 hits given up in those 5 innings, 2 walks compared to 5 strikeouts. No earned runs. Opponents are hitting a .267 average throughout those 15 at-bats. 1.2 whip on the season, so a great start out of the bullpen in his first 2 appearances for Maria to not bring in any runs. Now heading into the box is Javier. 1-1 the count for Javier. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a triple and a pop out by on a nice play made by Weigel, I should say. Goes in the box. It's a lot more than just a simple pop out. Wind is swirling here at Hank DeVincent Field. 1-2, here's the pitch. Check swing. Yes, he did. Strikeout number 1 on the day for Dylan Maria, and there are 2 away. That'll bring in Smith. Torrance Smith with a great day himself. 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles, one of them for an RBI. And he led off last inning with the single before he got picked off. Out in front quickly is Maria. 0-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. Barely gets a piece on that one on the emergency hack there. 0-2 coming once again. Maria takes the chance to tie his shoe. Right back to it. 1-2 the count. High and inside. 1-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Smith. Breaking ball in for strike 3. 3 up and 3 down for the Explorers in the top half of the 5th. We're heading to the bottom. 1-run ball game. Don't go anywhere.
That's why Xfinity isn't stopping at gig speed internet. We're bringing you Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig.
Levens, Dickerson, and Guckin on the slate for the Explorers in the bottom half of the 5th. 6-5 they trail. Haven't been able to get any offense since the first inning, and it has been all courtesy of the tall left-hander William Jackson. William Jackson now about to kick off his 3 2/3, 2 hits, compared to 6 strikeouts, no earned runs or walks. Just about as brilliant of a job as you could do coming in for Tim Ruffino, who just either it was designed or he didn't have it. I'd love to hear after the game what the plan was coming in, because either way, getting this out of William Jackson is huge. Leading off will be Tatum Levens. Levens 0 for 1 on the day, backwards K and a walk. First pitch swinging. Here's a high fly ball out to left field. Heading back on his Hagen. He can't make the play. Rounding first and heading to second is Levens. He's rounding second, heading over to third. He's going to get in easily. Decides to slide in for emphasis. A lead-off triple for the catcher Tatum Levens. And Tatum Levens is heating up here. Came into yesterday's fair with an average below 250 and did not have a lot of the power numbers that we are accustomed to out of the talented catcher. He comes into this one with a 256 average, a 747 OPS, and that's going to go up after the triple. Home run definitely helped yesterday with the slugging. Now stepping into the box will be Dickerson, who also got the benefit of a home run of his own. Great start here for the Explorers as they finally get something going on Jackson. The lefty-lefty matchup, nothing for Levens, who drives it the other way. Here's Dickerson. Dickerson 0 for 1 on the day as well, also has a walk and a strikeout. We will see how much more leverage they give him. No action in the bullpen for Coppin State. 1-1, here's the pitch. Mentioned the redshirt senior this season has 3 appearances before this. 1 of 2 2/3, 1 of 4, and 1 of 4 2/3. They all came in that order, where his first was of the first game of the season at Navy, and they might have just been getting him dialed up. Gave up 2 earned runs in the first, 1 in his second appearance, 1 in his most recent. The pitch. Swung on and driven over to the right side. Diving play made by Dial. He will make the throw, but coming in to tie the ball game is Tatum Levens, 6-6. So the RBI ground out for Dickerson. He will take it. Just to manufacture something against Jackson, who does have a track record of getting out of situations. He's been able to so far with a couple of base runners. This is the first run coming across courtesy of himself. Chucks this one in there to Ryan Guckin, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, and 1 the count. If we look here, only giving up 3 hits in his 2 2/3, but 2 runs. Then you go to the next one. He pitches 4 innings, only 3 hits, 1 run. Then he gives up 7 hits in his most recent at Mount St. Mary, and is only able to leave with 1 run as well. They were all singles in the most recent, and 4 strikeouts would help him get out of those jams. We got a tie ball game once again, breaking the 6-0 run of the Explorers. Looking to take their lead now would be Ryan Guckin. So he's got a 3-1 count. Three and 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He'll make it full. Right fielder with a 3-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. Swirling wind. That one's going to wind up out of play. Wind really picking up here. Going to be tough for the fielders. Yeah, I don't blame him. Jackson's not even going to throw a pitch in that gust. That's maybe one of the strongest ones we've had today. Funny afternoon here at Hank DeVincent Field. Never know what you're going to expect here in LaSalle Athletics. 3-2, 1 out. This one is swung on, and that wind's going to bring his one out of play as well. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming up for Ryan Guckin. Guckin, we mentioned, slower start to the season through 35 at-bats, only a 143 average coming into this. That's going to continue to fall, unfortunately, today, unless he's able to pick up a knock here as he fouls yet another one off. Pitch number 9 coming up, and at the very least, you got to realize this at-bat on its own got some action in the bullpen. 3-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again. Pitch number 10 coming up, and this is textbook right here. Just waiting for a pitch to hit is Guckin. graduate assistant from Avon Grove, Pennsylvania. Went to West Grove High School. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. This one driven through for a base hit. He's going to head over to first with a single. And that is the type of at-bat, especially for a player of his caliber, that could break him out of the streak. You want to see an example of how bad the wind is. Leaping to try and make the play is Devin Dial. The wind knocked off his hat on the leaping effort, wound up in pretty decent right field in just a couple of seconds. However, I'm burying the lead there. Ryan Guckin, a phenomenal piece of hitting there. He picks up the one-out single. Ten pitches just keeps him alive, and that is going to baffle Jackson, who has phenomenal put-away stuff. 6 strikeouts on the day, has 8 on the season. Through 3 2/3 here, picks up his first earned run, his 4th hit of the afternoon. And that's going to bring in Bubba Weigel. Weigel 0 for 2 on the day with a backwards K and a fly out to right field. Still 0 for on the season so far. Short sample size, only 8 at-bats. We'll see if Weigel could come through here in the bottom of the 5th. 6-all here in a game so far out of conference. Coppin State versus LaSalle University. Check throw. Nothing going on there for the right fielder. Kicks and fires. Swung on and through the breaking ball is Weigel. Big swing and a miss there. Trying to keep this inning alive for Nick DeVitro, who has been swinging a great stick lately. 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single. Double play would have to wrap this one up before he gets an at-bat, however. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball falls out of the zone. 1-1 now the count. Long pause here. Now the throw. Falls out of the zone. 2-1 now the count. Ryan Guckin standing on first. Looks like the bullpen is ready. The pitch swung on and through the high fastball. 2-2 now the count. Left-hander in the bullpen warming up for Coppin State. Took a brief pause from his throwing. Now he starts to ramp it up once again. See how much longer the leash is for Jackson. Two and two, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A looping breaking ball past the bat of Weigel, and there are 2 away. Now to bring in Nick DeVitro. Mentioned 1 for 2 on the day. Had a great doubleheader yesterday as well, and has had a phenomenal season so far for the blue and gold. Jackson with the huge strikeout there. Checks on him once again. Was just going to mention, Guckin does have better speed than you would expect from a corner outfield first baseman. And third baseman, of course. A lot of these Explorers can be moved and manipulated through the field. I mean, just look at Dylan Maria. However, definitely going to be tough to try and drive him in on this one. It would have to be a shot. But he can move for himself. That one misses. 1-0. Wind currently blowing towards the right field line, but more inward than anything else. Not an ideal spot for a lefty bat right now. Or any bat, I should say. It also is headwind for Jackson, depending on what type of pitch he's throwing. So for example, a day like today, it might be scary to call for the changeup, as right on cue it starts to really pick up. Well, if you're putting on a fastball with a little bit of English or a sideward grip for a cutter, then this may be perfect. Pick up the spin rate, most likely it will really give it a little bit of extra life, especially as you start to end your day like Jackson. Bullpen is sitting down now, nobody up anymore. See what that means. Thinking about swinging on the inside fastball, holds will be DeVitro. Center fielder taking the defensive laps for Jack Cuccinata. Out of this game as well, his third game missed. 2-1, 2 outs. Runner on first, 6-6 ball game. Another check throw. Not putting a whole lot of juice on that one, just getting it over for the message more than anything else. Long pause there, decides to go home. No time called. Just like that, strike number 2. Two and two, 2 outs. Still a moderate lead for Guckin over at first. The pitch. That one just misses low. Borderline ball there. And just like that, big break here for the Explorers. It's 3-2. Guckin will most likely be in motion. (3-2), 2 outs, tie ball game. Let's wait a minute before we get to that action. Jackson really being manipulative of his timing, playing at his tempo, and none of the Explorers have done anything to try and stop that timing. No time called. Just in the box ready is Nick DeVitro. 3-2, 2 outs, runners going. This one is slapped. Supposed to be fouled. Will be able. An emergency hack there by DeVitro will keep it alive, and another long at-bat here from the Explorers. Guckin reached on a 10-pitch at-bat for the single, followed by Weigel, retired on strikes, took about 6 pitches, and now full count foul ball. That'll bring in pitch number 7 of the at-bat. Wind really scorching towards the Explorers dugout now. 3-2, 2 outs, runners going again. This one fouled off. And we're going to do it again. Guckin wisely walking back over to first base. Now he'll turn it into a slight jog. Stealing attempt twice, so he gets a couple of sprints in. And he'll have to do it again. Pitch number 8 coming up of the at-bat. Just 24 pitches combined for these 3 last batters. Runner going, 3-2, 2 outs. This one slapped over, and throw gets past him. Unable to make the play, as now he can't find it. Rounding third and heading home is Guckin. Heading over to third now is DeVitro. And a huge collapse on what could have been the final out of the inning instead turns into a run coming across, the leading run coming across. And standing on third is Nick DeVitro on the air. What a break for the Explorers. The 8-pitch at-bat, bringing in the age-old expression, put the ball in play, you never know what could happen. And we do know what happens on that one. A throwing error, most likely a diving effort there by Sebastian Sarabria, unable to bring it in. Just like that, the Explorers have a 1-run lead looking to make it 2. Here's Will Binder. The first pitch. Long leash here for Jackson. They're still going to let him out there as the bullpen starts to get a little bit of action. So that's going to be his throwing error against Eddie Javier. Unearned run, of course. The biggest factor in that is not being able to find the ball. A little bit of motion there by DeVitros. He's not even getting a look from Jackson, the lefty. That could be dangerous. Now 2-0 the count. Jackson trying to get it together to finish out this inning. Seven to 6 ball game. 2-0 count to Will Binder. That one breaks off the plate. 3-0 now the count. Binder 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Reached on an error as well. Came around to score twice. 3-1 now the count for the sweet swinging freshman Will Binder. Getting to spend most of the day off of his feet. The coaching staff comes over, tells them to ramp up the workout. He could be coming in after this batter. 3-1 swinging and fouled straight back. We'll get a 3-2 count. Heading now into the dugout for Coppin State, may be the replacement. Number 29, Jordan Hamburg. 3-2, 2 outs. We'll do it again. Here's the pitch to Binder. Freezes him on the inside corner for strike 3. That'll be a backwards K for Binder, and that'll bring an end to the inning, but not before the Explorers regain the lead. 2 runs in the top half. We're going 7 to 6. We head now to the top of the 6th inning, 6 to 7 ball game. As the Explorers regain the lead in the bottom half of the 5th. Dylan Maria out for his 2nd inning of work after an effortless first. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. As now he will be faced off against Mike Dorsan, Dylan Dial, and Mike Day. Dorsan is 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts to center field. He's greeted with a fastball for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Flips over a breaking ball. In for a strike, 0-2, just like that. It's our first chance while streaming to see Dylan Maria on the mound this season. And he picks up the strikeout right on cue, 1 away. Looping breaking ball there. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. There's 1 away. That'll bring in Dial, trying to lay one down on the first pitch. Attempts at it and doesn't make contact. 1 away, or 1 out. 1 strike, I should say. Excuse me. Sophomore Dylan Maria, standing 5'11", 185. Right in head once again. 0-2 is the Blackwood, New Jersey native from Highland Regional High School. Coming right back at him. Now one misses out of the zone. That'll bring an end to the immaculate inning. This is his 3rd appearance. Against Hofstra, had 2 innings pitched. That one's out of the zone. We have 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 2 doubles in that effort. And then he had a 3-inning attempt at Bucknell. Same thing, 2 runs, no earned, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Picks up yet another strikeout. Back-to-back punchies for the sophomore. Now to bring in the top of the order with Day, who has had a phenomenal afternoon. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Pitch swung on and missed. 1-1 now the count. One and one, 2 away. Day 3 for 3 on the day with a double and a couple of singles. 2-1 now the count. Also has 2 stolen bags on the game. Both of them coming on consecutive pitches back in the third. Pitching him a little bit more carefully. Before this, Maria was pretty much just pumping strikes in there. 3-1 now. He will let the leadoff batter, Matt Day, reach on 5 pitches. His 4th time on base today. That's going to bring in Oakley. It's going to be just as difficult now with him standing on first as opposed to in the box. He's going to have to deal with that threat alongside Oakley, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. He also has a stolen bag on the day. The pitch. Swung on and slapped down the third base line, well foul. Check swing attempt there, got good barrel. Just tried pushing it down the third base line. 0-1, slide step. That one's out of the zone, 1-1 now the count. First time working out of the stretch for Maria so far after a 1-2-3 first inning appearance. 1-1, 2 outs. Runner going. Throw on from Levins. Tag applied by Coulihan. Can't squeeze it. Stolen base number 3 of the game. Number 9 of the season. What a threat on the offensive side of the ball by Day. Was able to manufacture a run basically by himself in that third inning with 2 strikes. 2 stolen bags, I should say. 2-1 the count here. Hank DeVincent Field. 7-6 ball game, the Explorers lead. The pitch, swung on and chopped down the first base line this time, and foul will be knotted up at 2. Two and two, 2 outs, runner on second. Breaking ball does not get Oakley to break the plane on the check swing. That'll leave the count full, 3-2. Able to take the walk will be Wellington. That'll bring in Darren Hagen. Great opportunity here against Maria with 2 runners on. Hagen 1 for 3 on the day with the 3 RBI home run. This one is swung on and drilled through the middle infield. He is going to be sent home. He slips on the way, throw on to third, unable to pick it, and out of play. Huge error there, as the 1 run was going to come in to score on the RBI double from Hagen. However, the throw skipping over the pick attempt from Toll will advance the runner over to third and give Coppin State the lead right back. So Day and Balsley able to score. Eight to 7 now. As coming through to deliver once again is Darren Hagen. 4 RBIs on the day. Now into the box is Sebastian Sarabia. We'll see what the official scoring of that is. 0-1. Flips that one out of the zone. 1-1 now to count. Offensive surge here at Hank DeVincent Field. 1-1. This one ripped down the third base line and foul. Just a perfect piece of hitting. Slapping that one up the middle by Hagen. That one nearly gets a piece on the 2-strike attempt. 2-2 coming up. Maria with a big chance here to leave it at a 1-run deficit and strand Hagen on third base. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. We're going to do it again. 2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Wild pitch right away. Threatening to run is Hagen. He's not going to go. Coaching staff not happy with that one. Thought he should have went right away. Sherman Reed, the third base coach. That fastball sailed out of the hand of Maria, hard off the backstop. Hagen didn't get a good read on it. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 taken. He will get out of the jam, but not before Coppin State recaptures the lead. 8-7 they lead heading to the bottom of the 6th.
With people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
We head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Back and forth, both teams struggling to get that sacred shutdown inning, or innings I should say, as we have 3 lead changes in this one so far. Now it favors the Eagles once again. 2 runs coming across. The official scoring of that error-filled play was Hagen singled up the middle and advanced to third on the throw, of course. So he will just get the RBI single. Day coming across the score is driven in with an RBI. It'll be an earned run. Balsley, however, will advance to home courtesy of the throwing error. Would have just been the 1 run, and that would have been tight too, because stumbling around third was Day. Slipped a little bit on his turn. So who knows what would have happened if that throw went through, or if it wasn't just straight to third. We look now to the bottom of the 6th. Leading us off will be Tommy Toll. We got a pitching change here as well. A lot to catch you up on here. It is going to be Jordan Hamburg, as we mentioned earlier, who was the one strolling into the dugout, was told to get moving quickly, as he might have came in last inning. Instead gets a clean slate to come into. Does the true freshman out of South Plainfield, New Jersey. 1-1 the count to Toll for the 6', 170 left-hander. Swung on and fouled straight back, 1-2 the count. This is his third appearance of the season, another stretched out role type of player. The 1-2. Swung on out in front of the breaking ball. Slow roller. Dial's going to have to make a tough play. Throw on in time. Excellent play there by the second baseman, Devin Dial. Just like that, there's one away, courtesy of the 4-3. Another type of player that gets run on the mound and in the box is coming in now is Ryan Nutley, 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks. Step swings the first pitch, fouls it away. Pitched on February 27th against Lehigh, good for 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 5 walks to 6 strikeouts. Then he came back out 11 days later, I should say, against Mount St. Mary's with 3 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. Did not have it as well that time, so we will see what Hamburg we get. So I actually grew up in Hamburg, New Jersey, not spelt the same way, U instead of the E. However, just paying a little bit of homage to my hometown, I appreciate it. 1-2, 1 out. Frozen by the fastball on the corner. That is going to be out number 2. Third strikeout of the day for Nutley, unfortunately. And that'll bring in Connor Coulihan. 1 for 3 on the day. Came around to score after ripping a double to lead off the bottom of the first. Hasn't had as much luck ever since. A strikeout and a pop-out to Dial. First pitch in the dirt, block attempt by Darshan. 1-0 the count. The pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on near the letters, 2-1 now the count. Two and 1, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Three and 1 now the count. That one misses. Coulihan with a hitter's count. The pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. Nice swing on it there. But that'll make the count full. 3-2 with 2 away.
Watch off speed.
3-2, 2 outs. Nobody on. Looking for the 1-2-3 inning is Hamburg. Won't be able to get so as he gets the 2-out walk. Here's Tatum Levens. 1 for 2 on the day with a triple, a strikeout, and a walk, and 2 runs. Mentioned earlier, Levens these past couple of days has really been heating up. Has another lefty-lefty matchup, a little bit of a different genre. It's not power on power, more finesse coming from Hamburg, but powerful fastball there. With no fear, gets the strike on the inner half. 0-1. The pitch. Looping breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block by Dorsan. 1-1 now the count. Long look in here by Hamburg. Now the pitch. Swung on in a high fly ball. Heading just out of play. Balsley looking over for it. Runs out of room. Just like that, 1-2 count. I forgot to mention earlier, but the book is, of course, closed on Jackson. Beautiful performance out of him. 4 1/3, 3 runs, 1 earned on 4 hits and 8 strikeouts. No walks. This one is drilled over to John McCarthy Stadium and out of play. We thank all of you, not only just watching this stream on Hank DeVincent Field, but those that flipped with us as we turned the cameras and the equipment around from John McCarthy Stadium for the women's soccer game against UMass that unfortunately ended in a loss for the Explorers, to now watching the Explorers up against Coppin State. Runner's going to advance on the wild pitch. Heads up base running there by Coolahan, and now with a 2-2 count, there's going to be a runner in scoring position. Levens with another opportunity here with a runner in scoring position. As the new era age of baseball has put your best hitter in that 2 spot. Not sure if that's the Explorers' ideology here, but it would make sense considering it is Tatum. 2-2, 2 outs. He's going to step off. See a lot of teams emulating it now. Phillies utilizing Bryce Harper in the slot alongside Aaron Judge and others as the ideal 2-hitter. This gives a different type of approach. Nice jump there on the stolen base attempt. Coolahan's going to get in without a throw. The Explorers saw Day on the opposite end, manufacturing a run on his own, and now the Explorers are going to try and emulate it. Stealing third, now 3-2, 2 outs with a runner on third. Levens just trying to look to put the ball in play or take ball 4. Here's the pitch. Swung on, slapped over to shortstop. Throw across the diamond is in time by Javier. Nice job to get out of it by Jordan Hamburg, and that'll bring an end to the inning. No runs on no hits and nobody left on base. We're heading to the top of the 7th, 8-7 ball game.
What you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
We head now to the bottom of the 7th. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for Coppin State, looking for a little bit of insurance as they were able to just squeak by without giving up a run. Coolahan doing a good job reaching on the walk and advancing with his speed over to third base, but Levens grounding out to Javier over at short to bring an end to the 6th. So it'll be Sarabia, Morales, and Javier. Sarabia reaching on base twice in this one. Neither of them involving a hit, however. Hit by pitch and a walk so far. Dylan Maria still out to work. First pitch fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Now he flips over a breaking ball in for strike 2, and this is the Dylan Maria we saw before when he was excelling. Just attacking hitters right away, forcing them to push the envelope. Now it goes to 1-2. One and two. Here's the pitch. Check swing and excuse me foul ball. They'll keep him alive. 1-2. The 1-2. Nice block over there by Levens out of the zone. 2-2 now the count. 2-2, here's the pitch. Fastball out of the zone, and from 0-2 to 3-2 is Dylan Maria. Don't have the luxury as we do here for Coppin State's bullpen to see what's going on as the Explorers hide theirs. This 3-2 pitch is hit over to Coulihan. A couple of pumps, throws it over to first. Squeezed on by Weigel, one away. Sarabia retired for the second time. That'll bring in Nate Morales. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Morales 1 for 3 on the day with a double, ground out, and a strikeout. That one misses low, 2-0 now the count. The 2-0 pitch, big swing and a miss, well out in front of that one, 2-1 the count. We're trying to bring it back together here, 2-1 the pitch. Looping breaking ball, 3-1 now the count. Just like that, you can almost assume another big swing like Morales just gave us. That one paints the corner in for a strike. Three, two, one out. Here's the pitch to Javier. Swung on and fouled off. We'll do it again, 3-2. Three, two, one out. Here's the pitch. That one out of the zone. It'll be a walk. Now to bring in Torrance Smith. 2 for 3 on the day. He's quietly had a great game of his own with 2 singles, one of them for an RBI. Got picked off on a nice play there by Levens going back to the 4th. Maria will work with the slide step again. Doesn't seem like he has a problem with that or need to do the leg kick for a better pitch for that means. The pitch. Snaps that one in for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Steps behind the rubber and threatens to throw. Obviously doesn't have to do so. We're in the back third of this one. 8-7 ball game. The Coppin State Eagles were able to blank the Explorers, although threatening, for the shutdown inning after regaining the lead in the top of the 6th. 1-2 now, 1 away. The pitch swung on and chopped foul. We'll do it again. 1-2 now. 1 away. The pitch on the slide step. Blocked by Levens. Good job to keep it in front. And not going anywhere, although really trickling far away from Levens is Javier over at first. He will remain. Now we will have 2-2. Were you trying to get a play in here? Snaps the breaking ball and just misses for a ball. No, that will go in as a strike. My apologies. Excellent breaking ball there. I thought it clipped the inner half. And the home plate umpire will agree with me. 2 away on the backwards K. The pitch. Now misses below the knees, 1-0. This is Mike Dorson, the catcher. 0 for 3 on the day with a couple of flyouts and a K. 2-0 now. So Maria might have had a little bit of an announcer's jinx there. Started off the first batter as he did this first couple in his appearance. A lot of 0-2, 1-2 counts. Now he's been falling behind ever since. So now he's behind 3-0. Wind, don't want to say it, but it has calmed down lately. Oh, here it comes. Not nearly as bad as it's been, as a 4-pitch walk delivered to Del San. Maria, with a couple of runners on, is going to pitch to Dial now with 2 away. Dial 0 for 2, reached back in the third with a hit by pitch, came around to score. But besides that, grounded out into a double play and struck out. David Miller get a couple of claps and a fist pump. Will he hand off the ball? Yes, he will. That'll be the end of the day. Pitching change coming up here soon at Hank DeVincent Field. Don't go anywhere here on ESPN+.
Awards on the mantelpiece, pyramid stage at Glastonbury. Girls in the crowd got their hands on me.
The right-hander Colin Yablonski comes into this contest in a difficult situation. 2 inherited runners for him. 2 away, however. He's going to be up against Dial. Starts him off with a fastball in the inner half, in for a strike, 0-1. Quick set here. Pretty much quick pitches him there. 0-2 in the blink of an eye. Runners trying to move with him a little bit as this one's fouled away. Wisely done there by Javier to try and break up the rhythm with a bluff attempt at third. Yablonski doesn't buy it. 0-2 once again. Here's the pitch. Check swing on the breaking ball. In for a... Did not go, excuse me. Misses for a ball on the pitch, and I thought the check swing went, but first plate umpire has a better view than mine. 1-2 now the count. Look back briefly for Yablonski. Give it a second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and driven out to right field. Down in foul ground. That one was dangerous. Wind might have helped them, starting to pick up here a little bit out towards the right field line once again. That's been the consistency of it, but it has been anything but consistent, so it's almost ironic to say that. Remember, we're going to do it again. Yablonski comes set. Dylan Dial, 0 for 2 on the day with a hit by pitch. Almost goes for the breaking ball in the dirt once again. Holds up. 2-2 now the count. Two and two, 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Fastball up near the chin, just like that. 3-2 now the count. Runners will be going. The pitch, check swing. This time he went. Yablonski comes in and gets the job done, blanking the Eagles. That'll make it an 8-7 ball game heading into the bottom of the 7th. No runs on no hits, 2 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 7th, don't go anywhere.
Men put their skin through a lot, day in, day out. That's why Dove Men Body Wash is new and
to belong. What's the calling? It's doing a job that makes a difference. Serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve.
Three, 4, and 5 for the Explorers, who look to tie or regain the lead for the 2nd time in this one. The 4th lead change it would be. Elijah Dickerson up against Hamburg in his 2nd inning of work. Takes first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Dickerson 0 for 2 on the day with an RBI ground out, a strikeout, and reached on a walk. Tries the off speed there. Does the lefty Jordan Hamburg. However, just a couple feet too short, 1-1. The 1-1. Puts the fastball over for a strike, 1-2 now. Dickerson with some late game heroics. Most likely won't be his final at bat unless the Explorers do really get blanked. This one's slapped away. Stay alive. 1-2 now the count. However, that being said, trying to do it on back-to-back nights. He represents the game-tying run. 1-2. Here's the pitch from Hamburg. Swung on and missed. Beautiful slider there. There'll be one away. That'll bring in Ryan Guckin. 1 for 3 on the day. Reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out to shortstop, and slapped through a single on a beautiful 10-pitch at-bat, which, as I said earlier, for a graduate student like himself who has been such an integral part of the team, this could really mean something, having an at-bat like that off a pitcher like William Jackson, who shut them down like he did. That one's out of the zone, can't be squeezed by Darsan. 1-1 now to count. A little bit of action coming in the Eagles bullpen once again. This time a right-hander warming up. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Mentioned earlier, Hamburg hasn't been used since the 7th in that Hofstra game for Coppin State, and both of his appearances were for 3 innings pitched or more. So he is someone that's used to being stretched out. This is a breaking ball, slowly chopped over to third. Smith able to make the play. Throw on. Nice pick made by Sabrai. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Once again, this Eagles team doing it on both sides of the diamond. 2 up, 2 down for Hamburg. Now here's Bubba Weigel. Tough afternoon for him so far. A couple of strikeouts in key situations alongside a fly out to right field. Look to change his fortunes, at least prolong this inning a little bit. Here's the first pitch. That one's in the dirt, 1-0. The pitch. Swung on and ripped down the left field line. In for a base hit. Rounding first and heading to second is Weigel. He is going to get in with a stand-up double. His first knock of the 2021 season. He rows the boat upon striding into second base. And he will give Nick DeVitro a chance here. DeVitro swinging a great stick on the season, as I keep mentioning. He's 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single in the first, a backwards K to wrap up the third, and reached on an error. Bubba Weigel's going to get relieved for some wheels. Seven, thank you. Big lead here for the pinch runner. He's stealing on the first pitch. Pitch in the dirt. What a pitch to go on. Excellent job by Alphonse Sadala. Comes in and does his job pretty much right away, but the Explorers are in a situation they were in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs, runner on third. Levens wasn't able to bring in Coulihan upon standing on first. Now Alphonse Sadala moving up an additional 90 feet. Two and 0 now the count. The pitch. That one misses for a ball. 3-0. Lefty-lefty battle for DeVitro. Never has a problem either side that it's coming from on the hill. Here's a 3-0. He looked like he was taking all the way, but he takes a strike. 3-1 now the count. Waiting on deck is Will Binder. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Here's the pitch. Paints the fastball over for a strike. 3-2 now the count. Hamburg looking to get out of yet another runner on third situation. Scoreless. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. A little bit of life coming from this Explorers dugout. A long look in for Hamburg. Runner threatens to go, and time is called. Strange sequence of events there. Not sure who called time there. Might have been DeVitro, as Sadala fooled me at least. I thought he was breaking for home. He's got a big walking lead here. 3-2, 2 outs. Pitch is taken for ball 4 by Nick DeVitro. That'll put the runners on the corners. You're in the bottom of the 7th. 8-7 ball game. I'll bring in Will Binder, freshman, as I mentioned, 1 for 3 on the day, with a single, a strikeout, and reached on an error. Bullpen workout starting to ramp up, but Hamburg will be given Binder, even though a righty is warming up and it is a lefty-righty situation. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch off speed. Jordan Hamburg already threw an inning, 2/3, only giving up the 1 hit, a couple of walks compared to a couple of strikeouts. Work out of the stretch now. The pitch. In the dirt, nice block there by Darsan to not only keep DeVitro over at first, but Sadala dancing a lot over there on third base, would not be afraid to push the envelope here. 1-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss on the fastball, up and out. Just like that, the Explorers are 1 strike away from possibly leaving a couple more key base runners on. 1-2, 2 away. The pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. One and two once again, 2 away on a brisk afternoon here at Hank DeVincent Field. Runners on the corner. The pitch. That one plunks him in the back, and the bases are juiced. A little bit of a stare down there from Binder, obviously not intentional on the hit by pitch. And that'll bring in Tommy Toll. From what looked like a nice situation to possibly tie up the game could turn into anything from a major disappointment, leaving 3 on base, or could be something to really take command of this ball game as they trail by 1. Tommy Toll stepping in. He's 1 for 3. Takes the first one high and inside. And Hamburg maybe losing control here. Next reliever does look ready in the Eagles dugout, or excuse me, in the bullpen. Wind really picks up here now. And stepping off will be, excuse me for the laughter, that came out of nowhere. Of course, how can I say that after it's been windy all afternoon? The pitch, breaking ball. Misses for a ball, 2-0 now the count. Tommy Toll, 1 for 3 as I mentioned. An RBI single on the first, reached on a fielder's choice, and then grounded out to second. This one swung on and drilled over to left field and out of play, nearly on our camera. Just like that, nice 2-0 swing, and the hitter's count for Toll rips it down the left field line just foul. 2-1 now the count, 2 away. Long look in out of the windup here for Jordan Hamburg. Steps off once again. Wind still kind of consistent. That big gust caused Hamburg to step off before. Now he comes composed. 2-1, the pitch. 3-1, excuse me, 2-2. That one does fall in for a strike. 2-2, 2 outs for the freshman Jordan Hamburg with the bases loaded. Steps off once again, really taking control of the tempo here and the mental battle between him and Toll, at least attempting to. 2-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Swung on in a high fly ball, fouled off. We'll do it again. Two outs. Freshman left-hander on the hill still. Relief ready to come in. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Jordan Hamburg gets the fastball past him and strands 3 on the base path. 8-7, the Eagles still lead. We head to the top of the 8th. Don't go anywhere on ESPN+.
Back, and we think you'll like it.
the freshman Jordan Hamburg, with the presence of a senior on the mound, getting the strikeout with the bases loaded. Huge moment there as Tommy Toll went down with the forward K. And now the Explorers will look back to try and shut them down once again. Colin Yablonski coming in after just that one strikeout last inning. He will face off against top of the order Matt Day, who has had himself, say it again, Tyler, a day. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. Came around to score on one of them where he manufactured 2 stolen bases before being brought in. It's not discussed enough how heavy of a Colin presence there is in this pitching rotation. Saw Colin Scanlon yesterday in the first of 2 games get the start. Relieved by another Colin, and now Colin Yablonski. 2-1, this one chopped foul. 2-2 coming up. We have a little bit of a change here defensively and offensively, as moving out of the game will be the whole right side of the infield. Bubba Weigel was relieved after his double where he got the pinch hitting appearance. It's the 2-2 check swing. Did not go. 3-2 coming up. Bubba Weigel was relieved by Alphonse Sadala, who moves over to second base and will hold his position in the order in the 5 spot. And then coming over to first, as Nutley is out of the order, ball 4 allowed for his second walk of the day and his 5th trip onto the bases for Day. Lead off the 8th. As I was saying, coming in to play first base is Sal Montesiolo. So Nutley and Weigel out of this game. And Sadala and Montesiolo will flip spots in the order of where Nutley and Weigel were. That'll bring in Balsley as stealing once again. Headfire slide. Falls off the bag. And got him on the long slide. Connor Coulahan with the pick on the throw from Levins. Applied the tag late first, but Day couldn't hold the bag. And the heads-up play by Coulahan to apply the tag afterwards to pick up the first out. Just like that, 2-1 count. Balsley, who is 1 for 2 on the day since coming back in. 0 for 0. He had the walk. Big swing and a miss there behind the fastball. 2-2 now the count. We'll have to see what they give that there. It will be caught stealing, so that will be his 3rd time getting nabbed on the season. 9 for 12 now in the short campaign. 2-2, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Couldn't catch up to the fastball. There's 2 away. That'll bring in the dangerous bat of Hagen. 2 for 4 on the day, but it's 2 for his last 2 with a 3 RBI shot and an RBI single to take his total on the season from 8 to 12 in just 2 at-bats. Starts him off with a fastball, now flips over a breaking ball, 1-1. High fly ball out to shallow center field. Who's going to come over and make the play? Coulahan unable to get there. Already at second on the heads-up base running was Hagen, and that's going to be his 3rd knock of the afternoon. Tough play there, especially for Nick DeVitro, as deep as he was in the outfield. Always a tough ask for Coulahan and Sadala. Trailing back for that one. Just like that, that is a blooper double to prolong the inning, courtesy of Hagen. That'll bring in Sebastian Sarabia. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 0-1. Sarabia having a tough afternoon in the cleanup spot, 0 for 3 with a walk, alongside a couple of strikeouts. Now he has a 1-1 count. Looks back. The pitch from Yablonski. This one ripped up the middle and through for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home will be Hagen, and past the cutoff man, but staying over at first will be Sarabia. That'll make it a 9-7 ball game as the 3-4 hitters deliver on the RBI single by Sarabia. His first knock of the afternoon is a pretty big one here. The Explorers now have to make up at least 2 runs in the next 6 outs. That'll bring in Morales. He's 1 for 4 on the afternoon with a double. It's grounded out to the left side of the infield a couple of times. Yablonski trying to finish out this inning, but he's got a 2-0 count to a dangerous bat. The 2-0. That one misses for a ball. 3-0 now the count. Here's the pitch. 4-pitch walk. That'll bring in Javier, who has been hitless ever since that leadoff triple in the top of the second. Gonna have a mound visit here for the Explorers. That'll be Sheehan coming out once again. Quick conversation, a couple of shoulder taps. It looks like this inning is his. He will be matched up against Javier. Two outs now, 9-7 ball game. Coppin State leads here on the road. Breaking ball over for a strike, 0-1. Game that started with the Explorers putting up a 5 spot in the bottom of the first, then giving up the next 6 runs. They took the lead in the bottom of the 5th in a 2-run inning, gave it right back in the top of the 6th, and an insurance run, and looking for more here in the top of the 8th. 0-2 now the count. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2 slapped right back over to Yablonski. He will throw and throws it away. Yablonski throwing attempt now from his back, and that is going to be a brutal error. Montesiolo unable to hold on a throw, not terrible up the line, of course, but unable to squeeze it is Montesiolo, and that'll make it a 10-7 ball game. Javier reaches on the air. Now it'll be runners on the corner, and Yablonski's job just got a little bit more difficult, so he has to face Smith. Smith 2 for 4 on the day, a couple of singles and an RBI, and has struck it out in his last 2 at-bats. Starts off 1-0. The pitch. Fastball up and at him. 2-0 now the count. 2-0, he's going to step off beforehand. Now he comes set. Here's the pitch. 3-0 now the count. Blonsky, possibility of walking the bases loaded here. That one's in for a strike, 3-1. The 3-1, kicks and fires, swung on, fouled back, 3-2 now. Huge payoff pitch here. 3-2, 2 outs, runners on the corners, 10-7 ball game. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, buckles the knees and gets him looking for strike 3. But not before the Eagles able to put some runs on the board. 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error by the Explorers, leaving 2 on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th.
Passionate youth that's ready to contribute something meaningful into this world.
Add some soul to your Disney and Pixar collection.
"10-7 ball game now as we head to the bottom of the 8th. The Eagles separating themselves now after 2 runs there. One manufactured by themselves, the other given by the Explorers on the huge error by Montesiolo. Shouldn't say that yet. We don't have the official scoring on whose error that was. It was a mutual. It wasn't just a straight drop. A tough play there, kind of handcuffed on Javier running down the line hard. However, you can cut it any way you want. The Explorers need to make up 3 runs now, 6 outs to do it, as the wind starts to swirl once again here at Hankton Vincent Field. We're going to get a pitching change here as Jordan Hamburg, after his remarkable performance through 2 innings pitched, he's going to get the righty in the bullpen, coming in at a strange time if you're going righty-lefty stuff. He will get up against Salle Montesiolo. Montesiolo, as I mentioned, coming in as a defensive replacement for Nutley. He will take his spot in the 9-hole. So a big lefty bat coming here. 0-1 now the count. Tyler Nickel, number 50, the right-hander, comes in relief for Jordan Hamburg. He's got 1-1 count against Salle Montesiolo. The pitch up near the letters and out. Salvador Montesiolo comes into this one 24 plate appearances and a 250 average with a 600 OPS. Big swing and a miss there. 2-2 now the count. He's got 6 hits and 2 runs, one of them being a double and an RBI. 7 total bases for a 292 slugging so far, so slowly getting acclimated in his role here for the Explorers. 2-2 in the dirt, picked by Dorsan. Tyler Nichols comes into this one with a 9 ERA, a 2.6 whip through his 4 appearances on the season so far, so not the best start out of the reliever. This one slapped over to the right side and foul. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, 8 walks to 6 strikeouts in just 5 innings. He's given up 2 doubles through his 21 at-bats. Opponents are hitting .238 against him. 3-2. That one misses for ball 4. A big leadoff walk for Salle Montesiolo. the top of the order in for Connor Coulihan. 1 for 4 on the day. Knocked a double to lead off the first. Came around to score. Got out a couple times afterwards with a pop-up and a strikeout, and then walked his last trip. Bunts on the first pitch and a beauty put down the third base line. A little bit of confusion, and it gets past everyone. Tough play there in between Nickel and Smith. And just like that, the Explorers have some life here. We'll see how that one is scored as well. As we do have the scoring from before, it is a throwing error coming back to that play against Yablonski. Change that accordingly, my mistake. As this is going to go down as a hit for Connor Coulihan. Rightfully it should, as this one's ripped up the middle. Throw on to second for one is just barely in time, and they will only get the force out at second. Nice glove-handed turn on the twist there by Devin Dial, who has had a defensive clinic over there at second. And just like that, there's one away. So Coulihan, after reaching on the single, will be chopped off over trying to advance to second. Levens reaches on the fielder's choice. Now to bring in Elijah Dickerson. I hinted to it earlier. Didn't think it would be his last at-bat. Proved not to be. This, however, could be with one away and runners on the corners. This one ripped down third base line. Backhanded stop by Smith. Throw across the diamond in time. But it'll be an RBI ground out. A huge stop there by Terrence Smith at the hot corner. 2 outs now in the inning. And because of that, Montesiolo does not advance. Huge play there. Now there's 2 runners in scoring position quickly for Ryan Gutkin after a quick 2 outs by Levens and Dickerson. The first pitch to Gutkin. Breaking ball, nice block there by Dorsan. Gutkin, 1 for 4. Had that nice single on the 10-pitch at-bat against William Jackson. Since then, has had a couple of groundouts and reached on a fielder's choice. Has come around to score twice, however. The pitch swung on and sent off the hands and out of play. 1-1 now the count. Bottom of the 10th. Still a 10-7 ball game. However, Gutkin does represent the game-tying run. Wind starting to gust here once again here at Hank DeVincent Field, as it has throughout most. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a sharp breaking ball that falls out of the zone. William Jackson had a massive display here, followed by Jordan Hamburg with the electric last inning. Now, let's see what they can do here with Tyler Nickel. The pitch. Breaking ball in for strike 3, and Nichols lets them know about it. An emphatic punch out there as the Explorers go down looking once again. No runs on 1 hit and 2 runners left on. We're heading to the 9th, 10-6.
And get less. Right now, pay 0 cost to switch. And bring your phone, we'll pay it off. Only at T-Mobile.
Jordan Morales comes in to keep this at a 3-run ball game here in the top of the 9th for the blue and gold. Couple of phenomenal performances here in the back end of the bullpen for the Eagles. William Jackson getting it done for as long as he did. Then Jordan Hamburg has a couple of great innings, followed by Tyler Nichols. I'll give you the exact numbers in just a second. So after Rufino, only 2/3, gave up 2 earned runs, 4 runs overall, and 2 hits, 2 walks, a strikeout. Then William Jackson comes in for 4 1/3, 3 runs allowed, only 1 of them earned, on 4 hits and 8 strikeouts for no walks. Jordan Hamburg comes in. Following that, and he pitches 2 innings, no earned runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, we're into 3 strikeouts. Then Nichols comes in, 1 inning pitched, just that last inning. Lets a couple on with a hit and a walk, and picks up the strikeout, emphatically, I should say, as Guckin goes down on a backwards K. So now as we head to the 9th, 10-7 ball game. Jordan Morales getting a little bit more work, and it is no scoffed over roll right now. Still anyone's ball game here on the top of the 9th. His job here is to get his boys back to the dugout ASAP. The first pitch is driven out to right field, and this is going to prevent them from heading to the dugout. It's a leadoff single for Dursan. His first hit of the afternoon. He will stay there at first with the single. As he jumped the first pitch fastball, and that'll bring in Dylan Dial. Dial, 0 for 3 in this one, has only reached on a hit by pitch after a couple of strikeouts and grounding out into a double play. He's going to bunt to the first one. Instead, he gets hit by the pitch. And on 2 pitches, there are 2 base runners for the Eagles. So a difficult start to this one so far for Jordan Morales. 3.6 ERA, a whip of 1.8 on the season in his 4 appearances. He's got 3 saves on the season, has been utilized in that role, as he was seen yesterday, picking up number 3. Given up in his 5 innings of work, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 4 walks compared to 4 strikeouts, a couple of doubles, and 20 at-bats. He gives a couple of looks. Here's the pitch now to Day. Day has had a phenomenal game. Reached on all 5 plate appearances so far with a couple of walks, a double, 2 singles, and 3 stolen bags. That one gets past Levens. Wild pitch here, and everyone's going to get an additional 90 feet. Not an ideal start here. Now his runners on 2nd and 3rd on the wild pitch for Day. The pitch. Day threatening to bunt here. I'm sure it's coming from the coach. However, for him to be able to do that on the day that he is having today and not at least fighting or trying to sneakily swing the stick here shows you the leadership skills of Matt Day. That one's in for a strike, 2-2. Now the count to the redshirt sophomore Matt Day from College Park, Maryland. Went to Riverdale Baptist High School, the 6'1" righty. The pitch swung on and missed. For the first time today, the Explorers have sat down Matt Day. That's going to bring up William Balsley, Balsley is 0 for 2. He's going to bunt on the first pitch. Suicide, comes home! Waiting on a call here, as that was an unbelievable play by Toll to get it to Levens. Applied the tag. And he is out. What a play there for the Explorers. As Balsley will reach to first, obviously, but a unbelievable play by Toll and Levens to pick up the 2nd out of the inning at the dish. Now 2 away just like that. Swing and a miss for Hagan, who has been just as dominant in this one. 3 for 5 in the game overall, but 3 of his last 3 as he struck out in the first, flew out in the third. 3-run shot in the fourth, an RBI single in the fifth, and then in the seventh, a double where he came around to score. Runners going. This one ripped down the third base line. Played by Toll. Throw across the diamond. In time. An impressive job by the Explorers to blank the Eagles on the scoreboard. And we're heading to the bottom of the ninth. 10-7 ball game. Don't go anywhere here on ESPN+. We head now to the bottom of the ninth inning. 10-7 ball game. As stepping up to the dish to lead us off will be Alphonse Sadala. 3-run deficit for Tyler Nickel. Here in the bottom of the ninth, 3-run ball game, so it's going to be a save opportunity. A 2-inning save opportunity, I should say. So Alphonse Sadala comes into this one through his 6 games. This is game number 7, of course, with a 67 average, a 289 OPS. Not a ton of success so far. See what they can get out of him here. Takes first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Been a fun one to this point so far. And it has been the main storyline. Thinking about bunting there and pulling back will be Sadala 1-1. Main storyline has been the Golden Eagles' utilization of the bullpen. Starting with an opener with William Jackson pitching 4 1/3 of perfect baseball, basically. 1 run given up, that was earned, of course. And Jordan Hamper comes in for 2 scoreless with a couple of base runners left on base, and then Tyler Nickel comes in and does the same. Looking to close the door on his second inning here, starting it off with Alphonse Sadala. He has a 2-2 count against him. Coppin State looking to improve it to 3-7 throughout their first 10 games. They're 3 outs away from it. Gusting wind here, the 2-2 pitch. Just misses on the outer half. 3-2 coming up. Long look in for Nickel. The true freshman from Belle Chase, Louisiana. The pitch. That's ball 4, a leadoff walk for Alphonse Sadala. And that means good wheels on base as well. That'll bring in Nick DeVitro. 1 for 3 in this one. An RBI single, a strikeout, reached on an error, and reached on a walk. This is appearance number 5 on the season for Nickel. As the first pitch nearly gets away from him off the base of the glove for Dursan, but kept in front, 1-0. He has 1 appearance that would be longer than what the Golden Eagles are asking for him now. That was at Mount St. Mary's on the 6th, where he went 2 1/3. Throughout that 2 1/3, he gave up 2 hits and 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. That would obviously get the job done here, of course, but not the way he's looking to. But he's off to a bad start, 2-0 with a runner on first. He's going to step off, might be because of this wind. A crazy afternoon here, overall at LaSalle University off the corner of 20th and Olney in Philadelphia. 10-7 our score, 2-0. Here's the pick to DeVitro. Borderline call. 2-1 now the count. 2-1, pitch, big swing and a miss. And just like that, DeVitro's behind 2-2. 2-2, runner on first. Here's the pitch. That one misses. 3-2 now. And Nickel with the risk, letting on 2 without swinging the bat. From true freshman to true freshman, Jordan Hamburg and Tyler Nickel go back-to-back with huge rolls as the runner's going on 3-2. He won't have to run anymore. Another walk here. Things get very interesting for the Golden Eagles. A little bit of motion happening in their bullpen. That'll bring in Will Binder. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Walked in his last plate appearance. Went down looking before then. Singled and then reached on an error. Gonna have a quick chat here. Coming right back out is Sherman Reed, the head coach of the Coppin State Golden Eagles. Now taking a stroll from the bullpen and into this one, there will be a pitching change. Bradley Tuttle, I wasn't sure if he was running towards the dugout or towards the mound. He's coming onto the mound, and we're going to take another quick break here. Don't go anywhere. Must-see action coming up, courtesy of ESPN+. The Golden Eagles are going to bring in the tall, side-widening righty, Bradley Tuttle. Comes out of the pen, the redshirt junior from Round Rock, Texas. Went to McNeil High School. So far on the season, has 3 appearances, 5.2 innings pitched, 8 hits, 9 runs, 5 of them earned, 6 walks to 10 strikeouts, walk and a homer allowed. As of now, Nichols can't be responsible for the loss. Only 2 runners on, that would be his responsibility. So the ball is in the hands, and the game is in the hands of Bradley Tuttle. We apologize for that. Thankfully, I wouldn't say thankfully, as Tommy Toll is shaken up on a foul ball that hit him in the on-deck circle. However, only missed 1 pitch so far. It is a 3-2 count to Will Binder still. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Thankfully, it seems that everyone is okay. We'll see more about that in the nearby future. But for now, standing on second, the pitch fouled off. We'll do it again. Alphonse Sadala at third, Nick DeVitro at second. Will Binder standing at the dish. The true freshman represents the game-tying run. 3-2, 2 outs, pitch number 8 for Bradley Tuttle coming on. Ball 4 in the dirt. The game-tying run is standing on first base. So the double steal winds up being neutralized by the walk. 3 walks to start the inning as Coppin State is in danger of letting this one fall through their fingertips. They are still 3 outs away from their 3rd win of the season. Now heading into the box is Tommy Toll. 1 for 4 on the afternoon with an RBI single to cap off the final run of that first inning that brought in 5. Oh and 1, here's the pitch. That one falls out of the zone. 1-1 now the count. Another arm getting loose for the Golden Eagles. That would be their 6th pitcher of the day. When Tim Ruffino, William Jackson, Jordan Hamburg, Tyler Nickel, and Bradley Tuttle. 1-1. Breaking ball in the zone, 1-2. As I mentioned earlier, a foul ball sharply hit off the bat of Will Binder, came in and got a piece of Toll in the on-deck circle nearby. Didn't have enough time to move out of the way. Seems to be all right. We'll truly see here. 1-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and driven out to right field. Heading back is Day. It's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run is in. And that'll be all they get. And there's a little bit of confusion here at second base. Throw behind him. And now there's a pickle. He's going to go straight back into second. He's in safely. Because of that play, the second run comes in, 10-9 ball game. What started as nearly a blunder on the base paths has turned into the go-ahead run being on first base. Tommy Toll delivers. Next up for the Explorers will be Montesiolo. That is going to be at least 1 RBI for Toll on the single. The second might be because of the throw. It definitely will be. We'll see if he gets credit with the RBI, however. Montesiolo has 1 plate appearance in this one, and he walked. Tommy Toll delivers. So that might be a questionable move here for the Golden Eagles. Going to the righty sidewinder. First for Will Binder, who works the walk, and now Toll and Montesiolo back-to-back lefties with the tying run and scoring position. Nearly clips the foot here. One to know the count. Bells sound. It's just about 6 o'clock here at LaSalle University. 2.5 hours into this one. It's 3.5 hours, I should say, and it's been a great one. Couple of looks behind. Here's the 1-0. That one's in for a strike, 1-1. Binder now on second. Toll on first. Decent speed in front of good speed here for the Explorers. However, it is the good speed that matters a little bit more than Binder to tie it up. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in on the inner half, good for a strike. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th. Montesiolo, a .250 average on the season, 600 OPS. He's got 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 double, an RBI, and 7 total bases for a slugging of .292. 3 walks on the season. Walk wouldn't hurt here, however, he's got to do a little bit more work to get there. 1-2, nobody out. Here's the pitch. That was a good leave on the outer half. 2-2 now the count. 2-2, nobody out, 2 runners on. 9-10, the Explorers trail. The pitch. Swung on and driven out to right center field. Over to make the catch is Day. Throws it in. This one's going to be cut off. The game-tying run just moved up 90 feet. 1 away now on the fly out to right field for Montesiolo. The first out recorded for Bradley Tuttle ever since entering this one. As mentioned earlier, Tyler Nickel is responsible for the 2 runners that came across already. Both walks were his responsibility. And now the Explorers have Connor Coolahan coming to the dish. 2 for 4 on the day, a double and a single, also reached on a walk. Came around to score once. He's got a stolen base to his day in the books. We'll see if a game-tying RBI is in his future. Righty-righty matchup, Tuttle-Coolahan. Threatening to lay one down, takes the strike, 0-1. Already 2 runs put up in this exciting inning. 0-1 the score for Coolahan, trying to knot it up at 10. Takes the pitch for a ball, 1-1. If you want to look towards who's coming up next, unless there's a double play to end it here, Tatum Levens is on the deck, I should say. The pitch. Breaking ball falls out of the zone. Levens has had a good one to this point so far. He's got the double on this one for his only hit. Triple, I should say, excuse me. So he went long yesterday alongside a couple of extra base hits. And then following him is Elijah Dickerson, the hero from yesterday. 2-1, here's the pitch. Breaking ball out of the zone, 3-1 coming up. Wind has subsided just a little bit for now. 3-1 hitters count for Coolahan. Takes that one in for a strike, full count. A massive at-bat here. 8 1/3 of brilliant pitching for the Golden Eagles. Could come down to this right here. 3-2, 1 out. Runners on the corner. Here's the payoff pitch. Runners going. This one slapped over to the left side of the field. Play made by Dial, but the Explorers knot it up. RBI ground out for Coolahan, and now the Explorers tie it up at 10 in the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs, and the winning run standing on second. That'll bring in Binder. Now standing on second is Tommy Toll. Had the RBI single, where the second run of Nick DeVitro advanced on the throw behind, looking to get Binder out, who tried stretching it to third. That'll bring in Tatum Levens. Levens takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, as I mentioned. He was able to get through Montesiolo after giving up the knock to Tommy Toll. That one misses for a ball, 1-1. Wind starting to pick up here once again. 1-1 the count. The Explorers complete the comeback. Can they win it here? 2-1 now the count. Elijah Dickerson awaiting on deck if given the opportunity. Two and one, belt high set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped over to the right side and foul. Down to the final strike here in the bottom of the ninth, potentially. 2-2, 2 outs, runner standing on second. The catcher, Tatum Levens, with an opportunity. The pitch. Borderline, misses for a ball, 3-2, 2 outs. The dramatics that every kid plays out while playing wiffle ball in their backyard. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, tie game, runner in scoring position. Let's do it here at Hank DeVincent Field. Bradley Tuttle versus Tatum Levens. The pitch. Swung on and ripped out to center field and down for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Toll. Here's the throw. Save! The Explorers cake the comeback and walk it off 10-11. What a finish here at Hank DeVincent Field. Tatum Levens gets mobbed behind first base as he gives the Explorers their 6th win of the season. (11-10) our finish here at Hank DeVincent Field. The 4-run comeback for the Explorers. What a ball game here. We were happy to have you here with us here on ESPN Plus. So the Explorers mount the comeback. 4 runs in the 9th. Winning pitcher in this one is going to be Jordan Morales. Lowe giving up nothing here in the bottom half. Bradley Tuttle will be receiving the loss as he gives up the 2 earned runs. That'll do it here for us at Hank DeVincent Field. The Explorers win an exciting finish, 11-10 against the Coppin State Golden Eagles. For Siobhan Nolan, Aiden Tysinski, Caitlin Drum, Michaela Brandt, Nicole Phillips, Kevin Nguyen, I'm Tyler Small. Thank you to everyone who watched both action of women's soccer and men's baseball here on ESPN Plus's coverage of LaSalle Athletics. We thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again real soon.